Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to learn more about our latest feature update here at Endor Labs. I've got Ron Harnick here with me, who is our VP of Marketing. He's going to go through that feature a little bit later in this quick presentation. But what I ultimately wanted to share with you today is our latest feature update that we put out about a month ago. So as you probably know, Endor Labs go-to-market strategy is ultimately finding a way to reduce the noise of traditional SEA tools. And we're able to do that today with our different types of reachability and function level reachability analysis by drilling down into the data and ultimately figuring out which parts of open source libraries are being called upon so we can tell you exactly which vulnerabilities are putting your application at risk. From there, though, what is that next step? And that's ultimately why Endor Labs came out with our new upgrades and remediations feature. This is our next step in the AppSec world, and I like to call it the next big thing in AppSec. But ultimately, this is just providing that way for developers to fix the code confidently, knowing that what they're doing won't cause a breaking change. And before we get into the nitty gritty of it all, I wanted to just make sure to highlight the different incentives that we have in place for our partners. And firstly, of course, margin is something that we all care about. It's what we're all here and why we're doing what we're doing. And our margin is very competitively placed in the market. Our margins range from anywhere between 15 and 25% for our partners today. And beyond that, we also have some spiffs in place to help motivate you guys to bring us into some more business opportunities. Those spiffs range from as early as just an introductory level conversation with one of your clients all the way through the closed won deal. And they obviously range in value, but there's just a little extra something to show that we appreciate what you're doing for us. As well as that, we have deal reg protection. So whenever you come to us, submit a deal registration, you can rest assured that our team will be sure to bring that opportunity through you and your team, as well as that any renewal coming up will go through you as well as our partner that has initially closed that deal with us. And then lastly, because we are a channel first and channel friendly company, I just want to reiterate that our team here is very well versed in the channel partner community. They understand what makes you tick and they're always here to support you. So when and if you ever need any type of support, whether it's technical or just maybe a piece of literature, feel free to reach out and you can rest assured that someone here will be able to get you what you need.
Amazing. Let's jump into how the feature itself actually works. And I want to give a quick overview of how do customers get to this pain point. Typically, customers start their SCA or AppSec journey when they're talking about open source vulnerabilities by needing to get visibility into all of the risks that they have. What open source packages am I using? What are my SBOMs? What's my inventory look like? That is typically where they might have gone and gotten one of the legacy solutions that out there, one of our competitors, the incumbents, and they are overwhelmed with visibility, with false positives, with every possible vulnerability that's associated with an open source package that they might be using. That is really where we built our business, by using reachability analysis to be able to say at the function level, this is the piece of vulnerable code that actually has a path back to your team's code, and this is why you need to prioritize this vulnerability over another. And most of our customers are seeing anywhere between 90 to 98% reduction in noise compared to competitive products out there, which is amazing, and it's how we got to where we are as a business. Now, just like Emily said, it's time for the next big thing. It's time to move the puck forward, because once you have prioritized your open source vulnerabilities, the CVEs that are associated with the open source packages that you use, you usually have three options. You can either live with that risk and accept it. You can find a way to mitigate it by finding some intermediary solution, or you can remediate it altogether by upgrading usually to another package, which is painful. It's hard to do that without understanding, will that break anything else? This is where we're introducing upgrades and remediation, which is really built out of two features. One being upgrade impact analysis, that allows you to understand what are going to be the breaking changes or impact that an upgrade will have when I'm fixing a vulnerability. And if that upgrade is too painful, but you still need to address a critical vulnerability, for example, this becomes crucial in FedRAMP situations where there's a timer on how long it should take you to address a vulnerability. For those situations, we have something we like to call the Endor Magic Patch, which is a backported security patch that only fixes those specific critical vulnerabilities. Usually, this means that instead of writing 30 or 40,000 lines of code to refactor something and do a major upgrade, you're able to use 7 lines of code to address vulnerability and be compliant. So upgrades and remediation, the long and short of it, if up until now we used to help you prioritize the risks that you have, now we're helping customers also prioritize the fixes themselves. We're answering the most important question: what do you actually do about it? What do you actually do about this risk? We're seeing customers respond in really positive ways to this. It helps bridge a gap between application security teams and developers. We have much more information about this. If you want to learn more, reach out to us, reach out to Emily, just like we said, and we will see you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.